Hello, Hypixel. If you're like me, you're kind of lazy and don't want to do things yourself. So that's why an auto brewer is just so amazing, because you don't have to do anything and it just kind of brews potions for you. You can collect them whenever you want. But I was watching a video, a YouTube tutorial on how to make an auto brewer, and it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, champ. It was pretty bad. As a vanilla redstone player, I'd like to say I'm sufficient in redstone. I took it upon myself to redo it better and to fix the issues and the terrible video. So without much further ado, let's get straight into Hypixel Auto Brewers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is select a spot to build one. These things are actually fairly large and fairly ugly, so you're going to want to have the ability to build a shell around it. Next, we're going to get into the clock for timing this. So first, you're going to place two hoppers feeding into each other. You can just shift place a hopper on another hopper. So if I place one here, I can shift place a hopper onto that, and then break it, and then do that. Bam. Place the hoppers into each other. In these hoppers, you're going to place one redstone, or one of any item, so long as it is a stackable item to 64. That's the only requirement, stackable item to 64. Place two of these on top so you don't accidentally drop more stuff in. Next, you're going to want to place two comparators here. You want to have the pointy part going into this block on top of the hoppers. With the two blocks on the bottom, you're going to have two more comparators with the pointy block going away from this block here. You can imitate this fairly easily. These two hoppers are feeding into each other, and they have a stack of materials placed into one of them. It'll just start feeding between the two. Two redstone torches. Whenever a redstone torch gets powered, in this case by the comparators, it turns off. So this is a powered redstone torch, and this one is an unpowered redstone torch. And it turns into, the output. A redstone output can go for 15 dust long, and then so long as it's refreshed by a repeater, you can keep going after that. So this one here is 15 long, repeater, and then I've added 3 more, just so I had some space for my own design. I might fill this entire thing up. Not 100% sure yet. You're going to want chests, trap chests, hoppers, redstone torches, building blocks, and repeaters. And then, of course, brewing stands. So, you're going to extend the redstone as far as you want, making sure that if it's over 15, you have a repeater in there so that the current continues. We're going to place a repeater here, coming off of the redstone. It's going to feed into a block. Now I'm going to kind of build a T there. Next step. We can see our redstone block. We can see the block below. On that block, we want to place a torch. On the backs of all 4 of these so far, we want to place torches. Next, we're just going to continue up placing torches until we get to 8 torches. Now that we are at 8 torches, this part is complete. You have placed all the wooden blocks that will stay here permanently. Next, we're going to hop onto these and we're going to place repeaters facing outwards. After you're done placing all the repeaters and you're standing on the top block, we're going to go back down here to the bottom. Next, you're going to want a scaffolding block. Block that's fairly easy to break with tools, without tools, so I'm just using dirt because it's temporary. We're going to pop one down here, which is on the left corner of the T. Pop a hopper onto it. Pop dirt on top of that hopper. 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 If you can't place a block, it's because your invisible pet is in the way. Just a PSA for everybody. Block. Hopper. Block. Hopper. Block. Hopper. Double block. Hopper. Alright. Now we have this magnificent creation. We're going to fly up top and place hoppers facing down. Onto all these slots. Now you should have something that looks like this. All of these hoppers should be facing into the dirt, and these hoppers should be facing down. Next step, break the dirt. We're going to begin placing in our brewing stands. You will have to shift place these, so if you're flying, hold shift, and then while you're holding shift, just place it. That worked well. Do not place upon this top one. It will not get you anywhere. If you accidentally placed a hopper here on this first one, on the left thing of the T, please break that. You don't need that there. I mean, you can have it there if you want it. It won't do anything, though. Next, we're just going to be using normal chests for this. If you're building next to each other, you have to do chest, trap, chest, chest. Otherwise, you won't be able to place them next to each other because this is 1.8.9. You can place them like this, like I did, or you can place them just straight on. It doesn't matter that much. For this design, I'll just be doing this, as it is a little bit simpler. Each of these chests is going to be containing one of your brewing ingredients. Alright, this bottom chest here we're going to pop a stack of redstone into. This one here we're going to pop a stack of glowstone into. This one, this is where you're going to put your primary brewing ingredient, whatever you want your potion to turn into, your sugar, your flint. Unfortunately, flint does not work in here. And the reason is, as this is still a very vanilla hopper, a vanilla hopper cannot output into a brewing stand, because flint doesn't normally go into brewing stands. I'm going to submit a bug report on that one, but as of currently, you cannot have non-vanilla potion materials go into brewing stands. So we're just going to put the sugar in. Then up here on top, we're going to put in the nether wart. Now we should have nether wart, sugar, glowstone, dust, and redstone in descending order. Now that we have this done, up here we can place several too many water bottles. Essentially, what you're going to want to do is build off of this hopper here facing into your first brewing stand. You're going to want to have a chest on top of that for water bottle storage, with the hopper facing into it, with the chest on top of that, with the hopper facing it. You can go up infinitely with this design. It's rather incredible. What you're going to want to do when you get your hands on this design is put water bottles in. And then it'll begin auto-brewing. It'll shift down. Now, unfortunately, if you start a brewing cycle halfway through and it doesn't have time to finish, you're going to get water bottles output into your system. Which is why I just had to pull 3 water bottles out of that. So with the timer, how it works is, it locks this hopper for the duration it takes to brew something, you know, the 25-30 seconds. Now we have aqua potions. The aqua potions are taken out. They go through this hopper immediately, and they're placed into here. But this hopper below here is locked, so that this brewing stand cannot output here until the timer flips again. Now we have 3 speed 1 potions. We're going to wait till it flips again. It outputs them all down to here. Now they're brewing. They're going to become speed 2, 3 2 potions? 2? Probably. Now we have speed 2 potions. These are taken out, flow through here, and are placed into here. Next they're being brewed into speed 2 potions that last for slightly longer. Obviously using enchanted material would be better, but I'm cheap currently, so we're just doing this for demonstrational purposes. Now, we have 3 speed 2 potions that last for 8 minutes in here. And now they've been put into here. But if you take them out of the hopper, you don't get any experience from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these hoppers. We're going to place them into each other, and it's going to flow over here. They're going to be added to this giant chest full of Speed 2 potions. And then that chest outputs into the hoppers beneath it, which output into these hoppers here and into this. Which allows me just to do that. Now I've gained all the experience for all the potions in here. If you have an auto-deleter, this would be a very good use for it. Because then you can infinitely pull potions. If you actually want the potions, this will take a little bit longer. You can build this out as much as you'd like. You can double it up, triple it up like I did here. I regret tripling this up, mostly because all of my materials aren't in here, and this was full of water bottles. Like, everything here was full of water bottles, because it doesn't actually check if it becomes a potion, it just spits it through at the time frames. Next, we have my water bottle creating pool. This was just kind of built at the top of these chests to spit out water bottles really fast, but what you do is you get yourself some water bottles, you jump in the pool, stand somewhere in the pool, you can spin around if you'd like, you just have to right-click on a block in the pool, and then when your inventory's full, you'll just start spitting water bottles out. Note, in order for the water bottles to flow into a chest, you have to be able to open the chest. So if you cannot open the chest, the water bottles will not flow out of the hoppers. Now, you do not want to make this too big because you'll get a redstone notification and redstone will start not functioning quite right. Alright, we're going to go over a little subsection here at the end of the video on how hoppers work. So, if you're trying to input into a brewing stand, alright, this is our brewing stand, because you can't place hoppers onto a brewing stand, for some reason, because it's not vanilla. Anyway, if you have a hopper going into the side, it will place in the 3 bottom tiles of the brewing stand. If you have the hopper going into the top, it'll place into the top of the brewing stand. As you can see, it's placing into the top. As you can see, if I put a water bottle into the top, it does not shift down. However, if I put it into the side, it'll fill up. And if I put redstone into the side, it does not fill up. But if I put the redstone into the top, it does fill up. Next, how hoppers interact with each other. So if we have hoppers going this way, you would think they would dump into this one, but they won't. They will dump into this one, because when hoppers are moving, they will always prioritize a hopper beneath them than a hopper to the side of them. However, this does not work the same with chests. And it will only hopper to hopper. Hoppers will only deposit into chests if it's the way that their funnel is facing, whereas they will deposit into other hoppers if the hopper is beneath them, regardless of where the funnel is facing. If you need help with any kind of redstone project, of course, feel free to visit me. You can try and get in contact with me. I'm online sometimes. And then sometimes I'm not online. That should be everything on how this works. It's fairly straightforward once you get it set up. You just gotta remember redstone, glowstone, sugarcane, nether wart, water bottle. I didn't forget. Shut up.